They tell you how to multiply numbers, how to write essays, how to prepare for job interviews. You learn about history, grammar, the structure of atoms, and the rules of punctuation. You're taught how to fit in, how to follow deadlines, how to climb the ladder of success. But in all those years, through all those lessons, no one sits you down and gently tells you the truth about happiness. No one tells you what it really feels like, what it really costs, or where it truly lives. And so we grow up chasing shadows. We memorize facts and figures, but forget to learn how to feel whole. What they don't teach you about happiness is that it doesn't arrive all at once. It doesn't knock on your door with balloons and streamers. It doesn't have a grand entrance. Most of the time, it tiptoes in quietly, in the middle of an ordinary moment. It shows up when you're laughing over tea with someone who makes you feel seen. When you're sitting in your car, windows down, favorite song playing, with nowhere you urgently need to be. When your dog curls up beside you after a long day. When a friend checks in for no reason. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's real. And if you're not careful, you'll miss it while you're waiting for something bigger. No one tells you that happiness isn't a destination. It's a direction. It's not something you arrive at, and suddenly everything is perfect. You don't hit a certain milestone and then magically become fulfilled. There is no graduation day for joy. The truth is, happiness is made of little things done with love, over time. It's built in the pauses, the choices, and the quiet decisions to stay grateful when things are hard. But we're so busy running toward the next big thing that we forget to notice the little ones we're stepping over. You're told that success will bring happiness, that once you get the degree, the job, the house, the relationship, you'll be happy. And for a moment, maybe you are. The day you get promoted, the day you move in, the day you post the perfect photo, yes, you smile. But no one tells you how quickly that feeling fades. How quickly the mind asks, what's next? How easily happiness turns into expectation, then comparison, then pressure. They don't teach you that if you tie your joy to external achievements, you'll always be one step away from peace. Because even when you have everything, if your soul is tired, if your heart is empty, if your days feel heavy, none of it will feel like enough. They don't teach you that happiness is not the same as excitement. It's not always butterflies or adrenaline or constant smiling. Real happiness is often calm. It's peace. It's waking up without dread. It's walking into your home and exhaling because it feels safe. It's going to bed at night knowing you were kind, knowing you were honest, knowing you're proud of the way you live today. Happiness isn't the fireworks. It's the warmth in your chest when you're truly okay. And sometimes, that's not exciting enough for the world to notice, but it's enough for your heart to heal. They also don't teach you how much happiness is stolen by comparison. How many people feel empty not because they're lacking, but because they keep measuring themselves against someone else's life? You scroll through social media, see someone smiling on a beach or holding a trophy, and suddenly you're ordinary. Day feels insufficient. You don't see the arguments before the photo. You don't see the stress behind the smile, but still, your brain whispers, "Why aren't you there?" And that whisper chips away at your joy. What they don't teach you is this: someone else's beauty does not take away from your own. Their highlight reel doesn't make your reality less valid. You're allowed to have joy in your quiet life. You're allowed to be enough, even when no one's watching. No one teaches you how much your peace is worth. They tell you to chase big dreams, but they forget to remind you that rest is sacred too, that slowing down isn't failure. It's wisdom. You don't have to burn out to prove your value. You don't have to run yourself into the ground to earn rest. In fact, some of the happiest people are not the ones who have it all, but the ones who've learned to say no. No to toxic people. No to impossible standards. No to the lie that their worth is in how much they produce. Real happiness often comes from subtraction, not addition. from removing the things that drain you so that the things that nourish you can grow. They don't tell you that happiness sometimes means grieving, because to feel deeply, to truly open yourself to joy, you must also allow yourself to feel pain. You can't selectively numb emotions. If you numb sorrow, you numb joy too. And so, the happiest people are not the ones who avoid heartbreak. They're the ones who move through it with courage, who let their tears fall but keep their hearts open, who choose to love again, even after loss, who keep finding beauty in life, even after life has bruised them. No one teaches you that your scars can hold joy too, and no one prepares you for how happiness changes. What made you happy at 20 might feel hollow at 40. The dreams you had a decade ago might not fit who you've become, and that's okay. Happiness grows as you do. It evolves. What matters is not holding on to the old version of joy, but making room for the new one. Maybe it used to be loud parties, and now it's quiet mornings. Maybe it used to be adventure, and now it's stability. Maybe it used to be proving something, and now it's peace. You don't owe anyone the same dream forever. Let yourself change. Let your joy change too. What they don't teach you is that happiness is often found in service, in lifting someone else up, in listening when someone needs to talk, in being the light in someone else's dark moment. When you make someone feel less alone, when you make them feel seen, something in you heals too. We're wired for connection, and happiness grows when it's shared. The world teaches us to chase individual success. But real joy lives in the moments when we remember we're not alone. They don't teach you that sometimes happiness is a choice you make before the feeling shows up. It's waking up and deciding, today I will find one good thing. It's choosing to focus on what's here, not just what's missing. It's choosing gratitude even when things are imperfect. It's hard, yes. It's not always natural. But with time, that choice becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a mindset. And that mindset changes your life. They also don't teach you that happiness doesn't require a perfect life. It just requires a present heart. You can be healing and still be happy. You can have unanswered questions and still feel peace. You can be in transition and still laugh, still love, still find beauty. Don't wait for every piece to fall into place before you allow yourself to feel joy. Life is never fully complete, and that's what makes it so precious. The best moments often happen in the middle of the mess, and they don't teach you that happiness is not always visible. Some of the happiest people don't have big smiles or loud laughs. They're the ones who feel steady inside, who feel grateful for the small things, who've made peace with their past, who don't need to be the center of attention to feel alive. So don't assume someone's joy by the way it looks, and don't measure your own by whether others notice it. Your happiness is valid, even if it's quiet. In the end, what they don't teach you about happiness is that it's already within you. It's not out there waiting to be found. It's here, waiting to be felt. You don't need more to be worthy of joy. You just need to slow down, look inward, and choose to live from your heart. There is beauty in your breath. There is joy in your presence. There is peace in simply being. And when you stop chasing and start noticing, you'll find that happiness was never missing. It was just waiting for you to notice it. So live gently, love fully, laugh when you can, rest when you must. Be kind, especially to yourself. Forgive your past. Embrace the now, and trust this. Happiness is not a place you find. It's a way you choose to walk, one honest, grateful, imperfect step at a time.